Laura Branigan, she has a lot of good songs. That's not fucking one of them, bro. Even with the synthwave remix, like the original is so much better. Holy shit. What's up? Much love and God bless, my friends. Thank you for tuning in, dudes. Hope you're having a good evening. Apologize, we've been out of it a bit.
What is steel
Had
compared
some
to
rough
the hand
fucking
that
times.
wields it?
But surely the doctor will figure everything out and we'll be good. Boombox, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome back. 3 months, man. Really appreciate the love and support, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Hope you do you well. Hope you are doing well on this fine, glorious day. God bless, my friend. Really appreciate it, my dude. Ugh. We're hanging in there, man. We're hanging in there, boys. All right, we got 3 days to ascend, dudes. Technically 2. Let's do it up. Wait. 3? 30 days, half September, April. Yeah, okay. And we got plenty of time. Plenty of time, boys. Easy clap. But thank you so much again for the love and support, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. I have a good feeling that once I get my script, which I'm picking up today, day or 2, we get those good ones in, man. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the good uns.
To our fair city. That would be rare enough, but you
I am feeling it, boys. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I believe it. Surely. Surely, dudes. Surely. UwU is gonna ascend. All it takes, boys. All it takes is a little luck, a little love,
Nature's servant awaits.
I am here
a little weeb. Holy fuck, and my suffering. Dude, I... Why I picked this soundboard? No, I didn't pick the soundboard. Chat picked it. I didn't fucking pick this crap. You guys did. You are the ones to blame. It is not my fault, but theirs. Their sins. I need to fix this fucking mic too. Alright. So what are we doing? What's the goal here? How long can we go before my body is like, alright bro, you've had enough. UwU is almost unlocked. And once UwU unlocks, we're in seriously good shape. Kind of. Maybe. We're in better shape than we were a minute ago, I guess. Maybe we're not actually in good shape. But you know what I mean. Same shit. We can do this. We can do it. I think we actually have a pretty fucking good party. All it takes is a little good RNG. We get through SOA without anybody dying. And, yeah. I believe. I fucking believe, bro.
What is it now?
Alright, let me go and check that. Gonna pull this up here. Saying somebody will get absolutely perma? Nah, bro, we got this. We got this, son. I believe, buddy. I fucking believe. But yeah, I think the midnight stream is not the play. But you know what? I said we were gonna stream today. And technically, I have fulfilled my obligation, my promise. Because it is not yet midnight when I started the stream, and that makes it okay. That means it's fine. And I am indeed streaming on time, reliably. Copium. I need to haste him if I'm gonna do this dumb shit. Oh shit, he can attack from here?
Take that.
That wall just doesn't fucking exist? Okay. Interesting. I like it.
Take that.
Fresh breach to break his fresh stone skin? Okay. Actually kind of shit on.
Take that.
Permanently ascended? Exactly, buddy. Oh, this is so free. This is the freest ascension of our life right here, my dudes. You know what I mean? The freest ascension of all time. It's basically being handed to us on a silver fucking platter, boys. With a glass of chilled sunset. What's up, Sacred Potato? Hope you're doing well. What's up, Bill Zero? Hope you're doing good, my dudes. Hope you're doing good. God bless, friends. God bless, my friend.
Ula!
God
You
bless.
are welcome back. We had worried for your
Okay.
safety as though one of our own
Now
were in danger.
we can steal.
You need my skills, I see.
We should be able to steal from everybody without issues. Jan's thievery should be high enough. Surely. Surely. I gave him the shit earlier. Does he have the gloves? His tech on, so should be in here somewhere. We should technically have enough thievery to steal from everybody. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright, what are you looking at right now? 175? Yeah, we're good, baby. We are good. Jan can actually steal from everybody here, which is so fucking good. Oh, that's so delightful. Very poggers, as the hip kids say. You'll go and pass him those, and do that and that. Do that. Steady chuck them both. 230. I'm gonna go and drink the other one just to make sure. Gonna 6v2000 the Drow City. I mean, we have a hell of a party for it, right? Like, once UwU unlocks, both UwU and CERN can Firestorm, and Firestorm doesn't give a shit about your magic resistance.
Yes.
Firestorm don't give a fuck about your MR, you know what I'm saying? So, if there ever were a party to do the thing, it would probably be this one. But at the same time, it's like... Drow City is a little dangerous. A bit on the dangerous side. I mean, we also don't have to kill Eidolon, technically, right? Like, if we really want to think about it and do it from that angle, we don't need Eidolon, because nobody in this fucking party can use the man code. But Dev, what if somebody gets perma'd, and then you have to take Sarabok or someone else in TOB? Then you'd want the man coat, wouldn't you? I suppose. I suppose that is technically, factually accurate. That is indeed technically correct. So maybe we do go get the man coat. Hey, what's up, werewolf? Welcome, dude. Hope you're doing well.
Steel compared to the hand
He's so
that
lucid
wields
and
it.
soft-spoken. Yeah, I'm very soft-spoken and lucid. Hey, thank you so much, Femship
that
Forever.
ever was.
Really appreciate the love and support, my friend, and welcome back. 2 months with that Twitch Prime. Means a lot to me, buddy. I hope you're doing well. God bless, my friend. I don't think anyone's ever described me as soft-spoken. I have a big mouth. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, my friends. Some people have a mouth that is extra large. It opens itself on a regular basis to spew forth
Is there a griffin about?
all the things that must be said. Did UwU duel at 13 or 9? I dueled at 9. I decided 13 would be a waste of time, honestly. You're like the Mr. Rogers of Baldur's Gate. What the fuck does that even mean? Holy shit. We need to sing songs together. I did like Mr. Rogers, though. Mr. Rogers was a fucking Chad. Mr. Rogers was a fucking Giga Chad. Where are you going? You're supposed to be going down here to steal shit, sir. Smartest gnome, honestly. He was thinking about them turnips. I was actually going to buy some turnips at the store the other day, but they looked fucking terrible. Same with the asparagus. I was so disappointed. I need to get the fuck out of Florida, man. I gotta find somewhere where I can actually find real food that isn't garbage. You know what I mean? Quality produce. Start making my own meals from home again. No more DoorDash and... You know what I'm saying? I stopped doing DoorDash as much. I started cooking at home a bit, but we need to completely get rid of the DoorDash. We need to get rid of it for good. We must cast it into the fire. We must destroy it. Should be easy once you leave the U.S. I mean, I would if I could. Honestly. My bank account couldn't get me a plane ticket, let alone to fucking actually
You
move
must gather your party before venturing forth.
to the EU. And then how the fuck do I get in and stay in, right? You gotta apply for a license. And then also, I might just die as soon as I get off the plane. And that's the other thing that most people don't talk about. You see, as an American, I'm used to breathing in the free air of America. And breathing in the air of you communist, or whatever the fuck you guys are calling yourselves these days, nations in Europe. I might just die from breathing in the oxygen that is not nearly as free as the oxygen that exists on the American continent. You know what I mean?
Welcome to my lair.
I know that happens sometimes. I've heard stories, you know. And likewise, the same goes for if you're from Europe and you travel to America, you might not be able to breathe the air because it's so free and your body just isn't used to it, you know what I mean? Free air ain't free, brother. Exactly. Freedom ain't free. But when you pay to cook yourself, is it reasonable? It is much more reasonable than people think, but it is definitely not comparable to me cooking and eating at home. There are ways to, I wouldn't say abuse the system, but if you sneak around, you can typically find deals that are pretty fucking affordable. But if you're comparing it to, like, you know, a normal European city, or any other city in any other country for that matter, you can find quality food made outside that is quite affordable. And that doesn't exist in America. There is no such thing as quality, affordable food in this country. If you're paying $5 for a sandwich, you are either at McDonald's or you're getting a really, really shitty sandwich. You know what I mean? So, it's just the way it is. You need either tourists and find places to stay. They won't kick you out unless you cause problems. I'm planning to go as a student sometime. Oh, you think so? And then I just hide out there as a tourist for like 5 years and then suddenly declare residency? Do their laws work like that? So much pesticide in every farm. It's not even pesticides. It's the fact that shit is covered in edible wax on top of it. That is the shit that actually bothers me the most. Is that shit... Oh! I can't steal from him anymore. Fucking dwarves, match. Darn dwarves. Oh well. I pretty much have everything I need anyway, but... It would have been nice to finger this man, if you know what I mean. But, like, the fact that shit is... And the other thing is the way we've done our fucking splicing with produce and as a whole. Making shit good for you and taste good is not the goal of mass production of produce in this country. They have absolutely selected for size and for color. Not for flavor and not for nutrients. And you'll see that. You'll see big, beautiful produce in this country that tastes like fucking nothing. And it's so fucking unnatural and fake and not delicious. It's just awful. Industrial farming is so bad. I mean, like, if I was starving, I guess I would be on the other end of the fence, but yeah, it's kind of fucking annoying, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Is it more Sirath? Yeah, we need to add that high fructose corn syrup. Yummy.
Do not question the matron mother.
Toast is greater than eggs? Oh, that's right. UwU is technically,
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
He's a waifu femboy. But eggs on toast? That's what I was gonna say. It's like, I think eggs on toast is a great breakfast. Maybe a piece of bacon in there. Maybe a fresh peach. A big, juicy, thick, giant peach. I actually love peaches. And that is one thing that I can get that's usually not god-awful. Peaches from Georgia are usually quite decent. But it's when you get apples from, especially that are shipped overseas, the first thing they do is absolutely spray it in garbage, because America. And what can you do, man? But it's a small price to pay for freedom, Chet. And that's what I tell everybody. It's a small price to pay for freedom. If it was good enough for Jesus and General Washington, it's good enough for me. Greatest man who ever lived. Amen. Plums, peaches, and yeah, those usually get fucked a lot less than, like, say, apples, cucumbers. Potatoes is another one. Potatoes are perfectly fine in this country. Ain't nothing wrong with some taters, precious. It's not all bad, but, yeah. If I was in charge, there's a couple things I'd change. If you know what I mean. That's why I'm running for office this year, my friends. Vote for Dev.
Do not question the Matron Mother.
Would you vote for me if I ran? If I ran for office? For President of Florida? Or Governor of California? Wait, where'd my... Oh, I guess I didn't swap it over. I guess that's technically an upgrade, but... I mean, shit, I could fucking use that. UwU? Nah, fuck it. Don't care. Don't care. Do not care. Oh, we need to do a little bit more fingering and then we're done, I think. Yeah, one more vendor.
Do not question the Matron.
You're not consistent enough? That's so true, though. Dev was supposed to show up for a debate today. Said he wasn't feeling well. Feels bad. Not coming in. Just debate without me, you'll be alright. Not like they need me anyways for a debate. They would lose if I showed up. If anything, they should be thanking their lucky stars I wasn't there. You're welcome. Okay. Pass this back. Welcome. Okay. Nice. Terrific. Okay, gaming. What do you think of BJ3? I think it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. I would say it's the best RPG I've played in a minute. There's still a lot of things I'd love to have seen done differently, but I think all in all, I think it absolutely exceeded my expectations because I was expecting CG Dragon Spear, you know what I mean? The EA was bad, but they definitely improved it immensely. So. Did Bedge and Doctors fix you up? No, unfortunately. But, you know. I mean, it's just... I'm gonna go and just drop a quick 100 pounds this year. I know that's not gonna help because I've lost weight in the past and it changed absolutely nothing. When I first got sick, I lost like 80 pounds, didn't drink a Mountain Dew, didn't drink alcohol, didn't do anything. Very strict, regimented diet. And, I was still in agony, so. I'm assuming that it's going to be the same way this time, but at the very least, that will be one thing that we can stop wasting money on and testing for. And also, all in all, it will save money, too, because you're not eating as much garbage. Big brain.
I do what I must, when I must.
Big brain. Well. So, that's the plan for now. Keep taking pills, keep having doctor giving me new pills and trying new shit, and see what happens. What do we have? Don't know. Nobody knows. Undiagnosed abdominal pain is 80% of people who walk in with undiagnosed abdominal pain walk out with undiagnosed abdominal pain. It's one of the hardest things to figure out. But medicine is changing all the time. So, what is undiagnosed today is named 5 years from now and cured 10 years from now, you know what I mean? So. You see the expectations for me? Yeah. What's up, Sarsaparilla Tango? Are you pregnant? Yeah, maybe. That would explain the strange weight gain I had. You know what I mean? Have you tried having your abdomen removed? It's a great idea, honestly. Why are you streaming at midnight? I've said I was going to stream today, and I woke up at like 5 p.m. And, yeah. When Dev makes a promise, he keeps it sometimes. And I want you guys to know that. When I promise to do something, I will sometimes do it. And never forget that, my friends. I will sometimes keep my promise. Because I'm just that kind of guy. My streamer, so heckin' consistent. Exactly, buddy. I think he needs his skin. Yeah, he didn't have his skin on. Okay, let's roll. Let's roll. I will crush you, puny one.
What is it that you ask?
Let's turn into a big rock man. Get down here. I think Edwin can go and drop his planet Tessie. Perfectly fine.
At your service.
Perfectly fine. Smartest fucking Jahira. Smartest Jahussy. Enemy needs to get his shit up. Okay. That's not what I clicked, but okay.
Cringe.
Oh no, cringe.
Cringe.
What is it now?
All too easy, boys.
Have you a
All too
problem?
easy. Oh, we can go and learn some spells here too. That'll give us a little bit of extra XP. Always nice to do and have. Okay, pass those over. Okay. Pogged up gamer with abdominal pain? Yeah. It's alright though. I'm still alive, and that's what matters. You know what? It could be worse, because when it first started, it was definitely worse. When it first started, it was much, much worse than it is now. So, I should be grateful for that. But it does, I gotta tell you, like, I was in a really rough position, like, 5 years ago, before I got sick. And I was pretty depressed, thinking to myself, man, this sucks. And then after I got sick, I was like, you know what? That was pretty good then. I kind of missed that. Nope, tested for that, tried it, doesn't make any difference whether I eat that shit or not, man. If it comes to eating food, that is the thing I have tried the most. I've tried every diet imaginable. I've tried not eating at all. I have tried everything, man. It's just, yeah, God knows what it is, man. Heaven above is the only one who knows what the fuck this is. What if God was one of us? Do 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 do. All too easy. Any family of similar sisters? It's weird because my brother came down with something too, but they don't seem to be related. And they came down to basically about the same time. I think he got sick a little bit after I did. It was really, really, really weird. And raised a lot of eyebrows, but as far as I can tell, what he has is not what I have. So, I don't know. Nobody else in the family on either side is anything remotely similar. Vampirism? Maybe. You need to play more BG3? I agree. Oh yeah, we eliminated everything. There is absolutely, it's not food related in the slightest. It's definitely 100% not food related. What's up, Danatos? Hope you're doing well, my friend. It's not an allergy, it's not food related. Have you tried eating only ass? I have not tried the ass. Huh? How did you guys fuck that one up? I have not tried the ass only diet, but I'm gonna go ahead and say something that this is a bold statement. Coming from a man of my stature. I have a very open mind, and I have willing to try, and I have tried many things in the past. That is not one of them, my dude. That is not one of them. I will pass on that, my dude. I never, ever got the appeal. I never in my entire life got the appeal. And to be fair, I don't think most Zoomers actually do. They just say it because they either find it funny like I do, or because
Gather your party
they're
before
12 years
venturing
old and their
forth.
buddies are around and somebody's like, hey, do you eat ass? Of course I do. Duh. Why wouldn't I? My friends do.
Your chattering's starting to wear on me nerves.
It's like those old fucking stupid, hilarious fucking clips of like reporters or journalists going and saying, and you go in there, they'll go and ask fucking 10-year-olds or 12-year-olds or whatever, high school, middle school kids, hey, are you having sex? And they're asking them while they're sitting with all their friends, and they're like, of course I do. And then they walk out. I was like, this is incredible. 90% of the male student body is having unprotected sex. This is insane. Like, no shit, bro. You asked them with all their friends. What are they gonna do? Be like, nope, not me, buddy. I'm staying pure till marriage. It's just so dumb, dude. Mind you, I get it now. I don't imagine it's anything other than a weird tickle. And yeah, I think I'm good, buddy. I'm gonna go and say I am good. Having less sex nowadays, I doubt that. I would say that in my time, it wasn't... wouldn't say it was common. And I would not say it was uncommon for somebody to not have had sex yet, especially in high school, but I don't know.
Victory for the Spider Queen.
But I haven't been in high school in like 20 fucking years, so what the fuck do I know? I would assume that it is easier than ever to get pussy or bussy, whatever your preference. With shit like Tinder and Grindr and all that crap. Porn addiction? I don't know. I will say that that is something that is different for a lot of, something that I did not experience in my generation, right? Like, the internet was still in its infancy, and having a computer in the 90s, like, that wasn't a thing unless you had money, and we didn't have money. It wasn't until the 2000s that I was exposed to the wonderful world of the interwebs. Up until then, your first...
It is you again.
The first time you saw porn was usually somebody in your family giving you a Playboy, or one of your friends who got it from somebody in their family. You know what I mean? Uncle giving teenage boys a Playboy is usually how it started. Hooking them up with a magazine and saying, shh. Don't tell anybody. Which nowadays people would probably consider to be a fucking pedophile.
To walk apart from house and queen.
You got him a Playboy, you sick bastard. We're locking you up for life. Who knows what devious thoughts you had in your mind. How dare you. Boo-doo-boo-boo. For Playboy mags? Yeah, exactly.
Look at the strength of your body, the desire in your heart.
Yeah, I mean...
I gave you this.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. It was if you had a computer at all, it was a family computer, because that shit was expensive as fuck. Computers were not cheap back then, man. It's just the way it is. HBO After Dark? Yeah, we didn't have cable, so didn't have nothing like that. Playing with the antenna, trying to get that fuzzy porn in on that one channel. I know my brother did that. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And he's like, dude, I can see the booba. I can see it. I saw the nipple once. Help me fix the antenna. And he's like fucking with the antenna, trying to get the... You know what I'm talking about? Did anyone here ever do this? I watched him struggle with it for like 20 minutes. I was like, man, you're too horny. I'm not there yet, bro. You keep doing what you're doing. I'll give you some alone time, my guy. That shit cracked me up, bro. That shit cracked me up. Yeah, nowadays your uncle gives you an OnlyFans sub. Yeah, or maybe your aunt gives you a link to her OnlyFans. Holy fuck.
I do what I must.
Ah, it is you again.
This is a wild world we live in, man. That's for sure. What a strange time to be alive. But I would be very surprised to hear if, for whatever reason, that libido has gone down as opposed to up. That would be surprising to me. Girls Gone Wild commercials had me deprived as a kid. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man.
What is steel compared to the hand that wields it?
Hey, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Really appreciate the love and support, my friend, and welcome back. 14 months, the dungeon. Really appreciate the love and support, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you, and hope you're doing well on this fine, glorious day. Would sell whatever I wanted when I was 12. I never, ever... I don't think I've ever paid for porn in my life. Either online or in person. Yeah, I have never paid a penny. I have not paid a penny for booba, chat. Not once. Not once. GGW? Oh, Girls Go. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like the Greater Whirlwind guy? God almighty. Holy fuck. The Greater Whirlwind guy? But yeah, but that's not the same, bro. Taking my sister out to dinner is not the same as paying for... I guess it's kind of the same. I maintain that's different. I maintain that taking your stepsister out to dinner is not the same as paying for booty. I maintain those are two different things. Greater Girlwind? Yeah, exactly. Alright, surely this doesn't fuck me in the ass, right? Surely. What's her name doesn't get pounded by the beholder and die instantly, right? Surely. Right? Surely. Copium. Pause champ. Okay, it's on Animan. Dispelled. Surely these people contribute and he dies immediately without killing anybody. Easy clap.
Most brilliant victory.
All too easy. Okay. Looking cute and feeling cute. Zip it up and zip it out. Okay. We're not doing gambas. There's really nothing to gamble for right now. Once we go into a major tunnel, I would, but I don't think we're doing a tunnel for a minute. Right now is basically just like killing the Svirfneblins and killing some fish people. I don't think we've ever had a death to the fish. Although, you know, now that I say that, maybe this will be the first time. It's important for us to continue having sex, to keep having kids, to pay into Social Security. Exactly, buddy. For the future. Another fighter. Another soldier in the fight against communism.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
UwU's almost 15. We're very close. UwU needs 110k. So a couple more per person quests and UwU will UwU all over the place. You know what I mean? It's UwU in time. But very soon. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not a Zoomer. You'd have to ask a Zoomer what it's like.
You must gather your
I don't know
party
how
before
hard it
venturing
is
forth.
for XX Pussy Slayer PK or XX to get laid these days. But I guess that's how most people view the youth as a whole, right? If you really think about it. Like, everyone who's views the next generation, they view them as, like, you know, worse in every way, right? Not as smart. Loose morals. The decay of society. Madge. That isn't music. And to be fair, they're not wrong. I have heard, like, I'm sure you've seen all those stupid videos, right? Of Zoomers listening to dumbass music. And then, the boomer shit starts playing. Zoomers' music is pretty terrible, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think music peaked in the 80s. And then 90s had a couple hits, and then it just went downhill hard. Changed my mind, man. Next Generation was the best Star Trek series. I haven't really watched much Star Trek. I can't give an educated opinion on it. Honest to God. But, I think I watched an episode or two, and I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't really, like, super into it. My buddy, as a kid, huge Star Trek fan.
Do what I must, when I must. Know this well.
Huge Star Trek fan. But I never really got into it. I was a fan of Star Wars, not Star Trek. But I also didn't have cable. I couldn't watch TV series shit. The only crap I could watch was whatever garbage I was able to yoink on my TV set. And that was the reason why I watched like the Super Mario Brothers show, and that was it. I don't even remember what channel it was on. All I knew is I got the Mario Brothers channel, or the show, on my TV. Your buddy sounds cool. Does he stream? He is the most successful dude I fucking know. Man, went to the fucking Air Force Academy. I found him on MySpace, and the dude is absolutely ripped. He was also like 6 feet tall in like middle school. Man, just fucking... everything he did was just a slam fucking dunk, bro. Gaming god for sure. Has he ascended? I don't think he has. I don't think he played Baldur's Gate, so he's not on our level. He's not as skilled as we are. His hair situation, he's still got a full head of hair, man. He, like I said, he's just a gaming god, that's all there is to it. Actually, I don't fucking know. I haven't seen him in a minute. It's been a hot minute. Unfair, not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, my hair started to fucking recede when I was a teenager, man. Well, I wouldn't say teenager, but like 18, 19. I started to notice, hey, am I losing hair back there? What's going on? Newt newt. But that's just the way it is, man. Good old TV rabbit ears? Yeah, buddy. Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek because it's the one where they challenge the ideology of the world and have to defend it while holding to it. It's easy to have a utopia, but it's hard to write up your utopia while not betraying it in tough situations. That's what I'm fucking saying, Cacophonies. Took the words right out of my mouth, buddy. Took the words right out of my mouth, man. My ideological tenets. If this were Civ 5, I've got like fucking 12 policies in that tree. You know what I'm saying? 12 policies in that tree. But no, like, my friend was like, dude, you're gonna like this. And I'm like, you know, I didn't dislike it, but I don't get into shows for the most part. I don't care about characters. I actually don't enjoy tropes for the most part, and some tropes are funny. Some shit's funny to me. Like Stewie trying to kill his mother in early Family Guy. I thought that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Stewie trying to kill his mother all the time, that was funny as hell. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't care about characters ever. Can't you see what the main character is going through, Dev? Yeah, but I totally understand where they're coming from, but I still don't care about them. They're not fucking real. You know what I mean? Like, I still don't care. Like, Zach Braff just broke up with his girlfriend in Scrubs, Dev. This is terrible. I can't believe Ross and Rachel are doing this again. This is so awful. My waifu is real. And that's the thing that I've said before, and I'll say again. I don't fucking see why people will always look down on weebs for obvious reasons, because you're a filthy fucking weeb. But if you're attached to a fucking character in an anime, how is that any fucking different than somebody being attached to a character in a video game or a fucking TV show, or a fucking movie. Like, how is that any different? In what fucking way? They're all equally not real. I mean, your waifu is obviously real, but only if you sub to my channel on Twitch TV. If you haven't paid the weeb tax, then your waifu is not real. Not real. Not real at all. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a character, but like, people get really passionate about shit, and I totally get it, man. I totally fucking get it. Where do I go? Tavern, yeah. But like, why? I don't understand why people like try to differentiate it. It's so strange to me. Based soup merchant, exactly, man. The soup vendor. People fell in love with books before movies. Oh yeah, that's definitely definitely makes sense. The radio is the same way, right? Like hearing Elvis and shit on the radio, yeah. Way back in the day. Way back in the day. Yeah, when did the writer's strike start? No, it started in 1996, and it's been going on for the last 35 fucking years. I had a crush on Jahira as 10, 12 years old. Now, Jahira in BG1 or BG2? That is the question. That is the real question here. Also, I don't get to bang Fairy, right? Because, she doesn't bang femboys, I'm pretty sure. Did I have a crush on a video game character? I think I did for Garnet in Final Fantasy IX. I think I did. I think I had a crush on Garnet in Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX, I think, was the game that I enjoyed the most. I think that is the game that actually felt really immersive. And I probably actually cared about the characters more than any other game. But even then, like, I don't know. I wasn't in tears at any point during the thing. But maybe I'm just a fucking psychopath. I don't know, man. Dude, when I heard about the writer's strike, the first thing I asked was, when exactly did this start? Because that explains so much. My mom said it's my turn on Xbox. My first question is like, oh, there's a strike going on. When did this start? It must have been going on for so long because everything has been garbage for a hot minute. And people are like, oh, it started in 2018 or something. It was like, that doesn't really explain anything. How could anyone even tell there is a strike? It was so dumb. The writer's strike lasted forever. I mean, who did they replace you with? Other people? All the writers went on strike and they replaced the writers who couldn't write with other people who can't write. What's the fucking difference? Oh no. I need to go to the female file your side. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just on autopilot right now, dude. I'm just on fucking autopilot right now. Making body pillows for Van Gogh's characters? Yeah, exactly, bro. I want a Mephistopheles body pillow. Having a Juliet fucking body pillow. Holy shit. Giga Chad. Macbeth starts ranting about fucking femboys because Shakespeare secretly is a femboy enthusiast. It all starts to make sense now, Chad. It's all making sense now.
I do what I must, when I must. Know this well.
My name is UwU, and I'm a surface human. Am I a human? Oh yeah, I have to have been because I dual class.
What is steel compared to the hand that wields it?
Private School Avocado, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub 37
I'm naked.
months, dude. I'm glad to hear it, buddy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for the love and support. Helps you out tremendously, man. Really appreciate it, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you. God bless, buddy. I hope your naked body is enjoying all things in life, my dude. God bless. I really appreciate it, man. Playing the breakout of Ust-Natha? I don't know if we're going to be doing that, man. My brain is not a good position to do this. Maybe we do. Maybe. People think Leonardo was into femboys? Oh, maybe. How could one Italian man become so based? Back legal dueling? I do think that if trial by combat was a thing, I do think it would alleviate a lot of bloatage in the courts. Imagine how many less lawyers and judges we would need. Because, you know, that takes a lot of money. That is a lot of taxpayer money that goes to the court system, bro. And if we brought back trial by combat, like, holy fuck. Save fortunes. Absolutely enormous amounts of money. Trial by combat is so American. Dude, I don't think we've ever had trial by combat. I don't think we have ever had trial by combat. Ever in this country. I might be wrong. I'm sure somebody would have called for it at least once, but that is 100% a Euro thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you brought it up in the South and they're like, how about a trial by combat? Everyone's going to be like, hell yeah, brother.
Arigato.
Dueling was legal? I mean, dueling and trial by combat are two different things, though. You know what I mean? Some even say the Mona Lisa was a painting of a dude. Yeah, maybe. It was only made illegal in the 1850s? Yeah, but didn't, like, when was trial by combat outlawed in England? That is the question here. Oh, UwU is so close. UwU needs 43k XP, man. Right on the UwU. So fucking close. Alas. I mean, we'd have to do the Mind Flayers. That's the only way. I don't think the fish would be enough. Maybe if we did Jaraxxus, or not Jaraxxus, Jarlaxle, whatever the fuck his name is. Not Jaraxxus from Trials of the Grand Crusader, the other Jaraxxus. You know what I'm talking about. Another one. Formerly abolished in the United States? Yeah, but if I got arrested for whatever, speeding ticket, I show up to court, and I demand trial by combat, I'm not getting it, buddy. You know what I mean? Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. Do you identify as a Hobbit IRL? I'm too tall to be a Hobbit. Hobbits are smaller than dwarves. I'm far too tall to be a Hobbit. Walk 10 paces and shoot. Try to give me a speeding ticket? Yeah, exactly. Trial by wombat? It's not the same, bro. The wombats are fucking cheaters. Everyone knows that. See, when you're supposed to walk 10 paces and shoot, the wombat's just gonna turn and shoot in the ass and you're not paying attention, man.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
There's a reason they say in Texas, never turn your back on a wombat. Never turn your back on a cactus and never turn your back on a wombat, Chad. They'll just shoot you in the back. Too tall to be a hobbit sounds like copium from someone whose feet are not hairy enough. My feet are definitely not that hairy. I have scarce hairs on my feet and my toesies. Other wombats in Texas? Don't know, honestly. Not entirely sure. I would assume so, though. Tons of them. There you go. Easy clap. Mortal Wombat. Oh, has anyone tried the new Mortal Kombat by the day? Eridar, Lord of the Burning Legion. Exactly. You face Jaraxxus.
Supremacy for a male lies either in the bedchamber or the books of the mages.
But has anyone tried the Mortal... I think they actually called it Mortal Kombat 1. Just to make it as fucking confusing as possible. For people trying to look up fucking characters for it. Yeah, they literally called it Mortal Kombat 1. Like, what a bunch of dicks. Like, that's just so fucking rude, honestly. That is some rude ass shit. Change my fucking mind.
Go bother
Madge.
someone else.
Like the Xbox One? I mean, that's not the same. I still agree that that's stupid. But, I don't think it's as bad as a game that has fucking, like, 15, 20 titles in the goddamn series.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
How many do they have? I mean, if you add, like, Trilogy and Ultimate and all the other offshoots, I mean, like, there's a handful, bro. MK1's kind of trash. I haven't played a Mortal Kombat since, like, 4, I think I played one of the 3D ones after 4, because 4... For those who don't know, Mortal Kombat Trilogy was fucking amazing. The best Mortal Kombat in the series by far. And then they made Mortal Kombat 4 afterwards. which was 3D, like actual 3D, where you could rotate left and right and shit. And that was fucking awful. The game was horrendously bad. And I didn't buy a Mortal Kombat after 4, because it was so bad. So fucking bad. It made the games for SNES look amazing, by comparison. Not just Mortal Kombat games, like Clay Fighter. Absolutely way better in every way, shape, and form. Oh, it's so trash. I'm not entirely sure what the deal was and why it was so goddamn garbage, but it was fucking horrendously bad. I don't know if anyone here played Mortal Kombat 4 and knows what I'm talking about just how god-awful it was. But it was bad, man. It was really, really bad.
You need my skills.
It was very much not poggers, as the hip kids say. It was like the Wind Waker of Mortal Kombat for me, where the game itself was so fucking atrocious that I just didn't want to play it ever again.
Speak. What shall I fetch now?
Oh, he's way over there. Darn.
This is simply unnatural. This is simply unnatural.
I hear you well.
This is simply unnatural.
Get shit on, loser.
Take that. Take.
All too easily.
Tell me what must be done.
I stand amongst the righteous.
I warn you, I cannot abide this chair.
Yeah, we get it.
It is not
But
for
yeah,
my
it was
taste.
so bad. Yeah, MK4 introduced the weapons, and on paper I was like, oh, that sounds so cool. But the gameplay itself was just really, really a step back in every way, shape, and form. But you got to play as Fujin. It didn't fucking matter who you got to play as, man. I remember Fujin. Fujin was funny, but, like, it was bad, man. And then I played one of the newer ones that came out. I think it was for Xbox or something. And I was just like, man, I'm done with this franchise forever, bro. I'm done with this franchise forever. Trilogy, to me, is on par with Mario Party. At the point where, like, you could bust out Trilogy, and I will have fun playing with anyone, anytime, period. Like, it's that good of a game to me. But I'm never buying another Mortal Kombat. Like, no way in hell. Yeah, exactly. No Zero. I was like, it was fun to laugh at, but, like, I wasn't giving them any more money. That was, it was a step back in several ways, for sure. What's up, Grandpa Sauce? I hope you're doing well, my dude. Great job, by the way. It's a quality emote. I'm not sure if we told you there. But we did upgrade the new emote, and it was beautiful. Truly magical. Truly magical. Oh yeah, dude, like that was the thing. Like I could play Mortal Kombat Trilogy with anyone and stomp them in the ground. If I was ever going to go pro at a fighting game, it would probably have been Trilogy. I had, like, every character I played, I had their brutality memorized, their fatalities, every fucking move, all their combos. Kung Lao's fucking 12-hit combo. Fucking Smoke was my favorite, though. Robot Smoke was so good. So good, so good, so fun. Trilogy didn't play competitively, and I don't care what's played competitively. Trilogy was the better game, in my opinion. MK3, Ultimate, they were not as good as Trilogy, in my opinion. Fun, but not as good. IMO. Trilogy was the superior gameroo. Ultimate MK3? Yeah, I'd still rather play Trilogy, though. I'm not saying that I was actually going to play professionally, I'm just saying that I was good enough at Trilogy, I think, to actually play professionally, because I smashed everybody. And I played a lot of people in Trilogy. Believe me. Believe you me, buddy. I have played quite a bit of gamers in that game. And I smashed them. I tore the bussy up, as the Zoomers would say. As the hip kids. What they call in pro play, the bussy. Let's go move this shit out of here so we can actually do some book learning real quick. But yeah, it's a fun game for sure. I think it's actually my favorite fighting game of all time. And there's a lot of great fighting games out there, right? Smash Brothers, obviously. But yeah. Low tier god memes. I don't know anything about the competitive community for fighting games. I know literally nothing. Literally nothing. Other than, yeah, like you said, the fucking memes. That ain't Falco. Happy Feet, Wombo Combo. Like, that's literally it. I don't know how big the scene is. I don't know how much money they get paid. I don't know about the drama between this gamer and that gamer. Don't know. And I really don't care, you know. This city won't trade. But yeah, it's fun. That's all that matters. Dad doesn't like speedruns? Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say because, like, there was a time when I was a little kid where I was like, I want to see how fast I can beat this. But at no point did I say to myself, I want to see how fast I can beat Baldur's Gate. That was for, like, playing Super Mario World, where I'd be like, I wonder how fast, like, if I take this warp and this warp and this warp and do this and this, I bet I can beat this game really heckin' quick. And then I did, and I was like, that was quick. All right, now I'm going to go and play and enjoy all the worlds because this is so boring. It's like Mario Brothers 3 to me is the perfect example for that. Like, you can skip most of the game, and almost all the Marios, actually. You can skip a huge chunk of the game. And then I would do that, and I would go and whoop Bowser's ass. And I'd be like, oh, that was alright, I guess. I want to go see the other worlds, though. I want to go do all the worlds, man. I want to go do all the fun stuff. Like, I don't know, dude. I guess I'm just a fucking weirdo, but, like, I never found speedrunning fun. I'd rather play through the game, go through all the content, enjoy all the worlds, get all the hidden secrets. I didn't get the hammer suit, bro. I want to get the hammer suit, Medge. And I can't get that from World 8. I can only get it from World 5. Dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, buddy? You picking up what I'm putting down? But Dad, if you do that enough, then eventually you're going to start wanting to speedrun. And like, no, never got to that point. I always preferred to play through the game in its entirety than take the boosts, the warps to skip shit. Was just never a fan, man. GoldenEye, I think, is a game that lends itself well to speedrunning. I think GoldenEye is the perfect example of a game that lends itself well to speedrunning. Every single achievement in the game is based on you doing it very quickly. Your job as Mr. Bond is to get in and get out, bro. That shit makes sense. But even then, you can't, like, skip levels in fucking GoldenEye, right? There's no, like, hidden warp tile or some glitch spot that you can jump into in fucking Svirfneblin and then show up on the fucking cradle or some other part of the game, you know what I mean? There's nothing like that. It's a glitchless speedrunning game, I guess. Mario Kart? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. Skipping the shoe level? Right, bro? Like, how fucked up do you have to be? What kind of sick bastard would do such a thing? There it is, boys. UwU is now ready to ooh that woo all over the place. It's UwUing time, boys. There it is. You guys ready to see it? Obviously, you can't actually see it, but, like, I want to see the difference. All right, so using a dagger, which we are somewhat proficient in, going to the Earth Elemental token, we gain AC, right? Because it fixes our AC and adjusts our dex. We go from 19 to 22 to 25 to 43 damage. And we go from 2, a positive integer, to negative 11. Double digits. 4 APR? Oh, we've miscalculated here. I thought we would be at 4 halves. I guess we would have had to go 13 to get 4 halves. Oh, well. 8 attacks per round is still heckin' pog. Still very poggers. How much does Jahira have? She's at 5 halves, so yeah, we're definitely getting our bonuses there. Oh, yeah, we're getting big time. She's a 13 fighter. Doesn't seem right. I don't know. I don't care. It don't matter. None of this matters, Chad. None of this matters.
Oh.
Okay. But UwU is ready to UwU, boys. I want to test it real quick. Just for fun. You guys ready? Unbuffed Kai.
Cringe.
That's a lot of damage. Kai! Alright.
You sound like
We need to get the fuck out of the Underdark so we can actually use our Earth Elemental shit properly. I can't wait for UwU to fist the shit out of Animan. Me too, buddy. It won't be the first time either, let's be honest
Is
here.
there a griffin about?
If you know what I mean.
Nature is at play.
He's still...
Yes, I can hear you just.
I should have fucked with the Drow transformation shit. That was really dumb of me. We didn't get their crap. Looks like Jaheira missed it. Not like she really needs it either, honestly. Okay, there we go. UwU is rock hard. I can say that again. Oh my fucking lord, it's so buggy.
Jon Jonsson at your service.
Rock solid. Yeah,
You
I
must
should have turned
gather
off
your
Drow
party before
transformation.
venturing
But
forth.
like for other, whenever you're not playing a Drussy, Drow transformation's fine, right? It's only when you're playing a Drussy that it suddenly causes issues. I don't know what happened to Animan's romance. I think it's fucked. It's been fucked for a minute, but I'm not entirely sure, honestly. There's also hidden triggers for certain romances in this game. Like, apparently, if you're romancing Nira and you don't rest in inns, her romance will glitch forever. And that's something I didn't fucking know. Because, like, why would I ever rest at an inn, XD? You know what I mean? I had no idea. I did not know that was a requirement. Yeah, you can fix it in globals, but I don't really care, let's be honest. I mean, what are we losing out? A couple trumpets? You know what I mean? Like, oh no. We've already read the best lines of Animan saying he's enchanted by UwU. Animan is absolutely enchanted by the UwUssy. He can't see himself surviving without her. They were nice trumpets, though. We can make more trumpets. I don't think we have a wand of monster summoning. Shit, I don't want to sacrifice the Planetar. That'd be dumb. I think we'll have to use a scroll. Any scrolls in the chat? Oh, there's one. Okay.
What is it now?
Okay.
Go bother someone else. I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
Let's roll. It's UwUing time.
I await your need.
And he can't even use the werewolf transformation, bro. You complete fucking meme.
Turnip-eating scum.
That is not the button I meant to hit, but you know what? It's fine.
My Uncle Spanky's thumb.
Surely this is fine.
Take that, turnip-eating scum.
Imagine. Imagine getting UwU'd so hard. Oh, melee now? Well, it's fine.
With vengeance.
Okay. Oh, Jaheira's getting fucked for a second there. You should have been paying more attention. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. This fight's hard when the dispel immunity runs out. Yeah, but like, we all have entropy shield. It wasn't happening, you know what I mean? We are in zero danger of our dispel running off. Oh, I'm blind. Lol. I'm blind. It's fine. Do we want to make Crom Fur? I don't know if we want a Crom Fur. These three gamers don't need a strength belt. We just flat out don't need it, period. Guess could give that to Animan, and then he can... I think that's the play. Give that to the Animussy. And then he doesn't have to use Holy Power ever again. He could just do straight draw up on Holy Might. But you still want to use Holy Power. Because it's still a huge Thaco boost. I don't know. You still feel compelled to use Holy Power. 0 danger? Yeah. I mean, I don't remember the last time we've had somebody die there, let alone get perma'd. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute, if you know what I mean. Let me go and dispel my dumbass cure diseases. We should still have the Planetussie for a minute, so there shouldn't be any real danger in that regard.
I am ready.
Oh. Okay. Should be good to go. Right, let's go and kill some fish. It's fishing time. That's actually a disgustingly strong skull trap. Holy fuck. Oh, these wizards are actually gaming right now. I don't remember the wizards fucking this hard, but they are tearing it up. Who's in there alone? Jahira and what's his name? Alright, we can fall back. Oh, of course, we're gonna get stuck currently XD. No, we're fine.
Have you nothing else to do but bother me?
Oh, we have lost everything. Holy shit, that's so funny. Because we got level drained to fucking hell earlier. Yeah, UwU's not gonna be able to UwU from here. I kind of want to go and fucking, let's do this. Yeah, he got sucked off too. So sad. Jahira is in danger.
Cringe.
Indeed. Okay, gaming. Jahira, please come back and use your brain.
Take that, turnipate
Okay.
scum.
I want to get some heals going on our back line here. Okay. Another goddamn wizard in the back.
I am here to serve.
Okay, so is he... Okay, he is regenerating. Okay, so he's good. Should be good. Okay, get out of the way! Air Elemental! What are you doing, Step Bro?
Yes.
Okay. Prince should be dead in here. Yeah, we got him. Don't you hate it when Step Bro or Step Sis gets stuck like that? It's so annoying. Okay. Looking good there. Take the Greater Elemental Summoning now. Alright. I could go for some battered fish chip right now. God, you and me both, buddy. I haven't had fish and chips in forever, man. I'm not gonna lie. Allow stuff to res them with Jahira. If somebody dies, they're allowed to get rezzed. Like, that's not a thing. That's just dumb as shit if you don't allow that, in my opinion. It's too easy for something to go wrong and for someone to get popped by something dumb. But if their portrait disappears because they got perma'd from level drain or petrified or disintegrated or they just took so much physical that they exploded, then they're gone forever. We're not going to reload for that. The only time we reload is when something is hardcore bugged and we can't continue playing the game without it. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah, but I'm thinking about that fish now, dude. Oh my gosh. What is the best fish? I mean, obviously it depends on what kind of fish dish you're having, you know what I mean? Because if you're having, like, fish and chips, then you want to have a nice white fish, bro. Although, to be fair, I think any fish fried is tasty. But if you're having fish and chips, it's got to be like cod, haddock. Yeah.
I warn you, I cannot abide this
Some
charity.
thick
It is
white
not to my
fish.
tastes at all.
But when it comes to, like, if I was going to have a fish dish, I prefer halibut or bass. Never had sole before. I have heard of sole, this fabled fish called sole, but that is very rare in America. And that is extremely rare in America. You'll be hard-pressed to find sole in this country. I have heard good things about salmon fish and chips, as weird as it sounds. I have heard good things about a fatty fish being used for fish and chips. It's because America has no soul. God almighty. I feel like I walked into that one. That's almost ban-worthy, Mr. Beastwick. Almost ban-worthy, sir. When Dav has a power outage, it's not my fucking fault, man. If I lose power, I lose power, bro. I live in Florida. The late night storms in this state are actually ridiculous, honestly. That's what I heard. That's what I would have thought too, Grandpa Sauce, but I've heard good things from people who've actually had it. I have heard good things. Definitely enters the fishy territory for most. The thing is, the whole fishiness of fish. Like, a fresh fish shouldn't be fucking fishy. It should taste of the sea, absolutely. There should be a briny quality to it. But if you smell a fish and it just smells like ass, like, that's not something I'm putting in my mouth, bro. I don't give a fuck. And to be fair, certain fish does smell like that. Anytime we had monkfish at work, it smelled like shit. And, like, if you asked me to tell, like, how do you tell when monkfish goes bad? And the answer is, I don't know, because it smells the same to me. But when we got actual fresh fish, and then we would butcher it there, right? It didn't smell like shit, you know what I mean? It had its own smell, but it wasn't like, oh, God, fish. Woo! It wasn't like you were walking by a market or something, you know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down right now? This Florida weather event, why my ICC Raiders keep going offline on the PTR, that is definitely it. That's definitely it. We actually just did the same thing. I did some ICC pater earlier. We did some pater just a moment ago.
And I shall listen.
PTR, I know, dude. I don't want to do it either. I'd rather enjoy the content. That's the thing that blows my mind is, like, fucking guilds will, like, PTR shit into the ground because they want to be realm first or some shit. And it's like, and then what, bro? Then you're bored out of your mind raiding for the next 6 months doing absolutely fucking nothing? Like, holy shit, end me. Like, I can't imagine anything more fucking boring. Speed run, we killed the Lich King in 7 minutes. It's like, alright, what are you doing for the next 6 months? The same thing over and over and over again. Wow. That sounds really fun. No, no one's playing hardcore. If you ask somebody who's played vanilla and private servers for years if you want to play hardcore, the answer is, God, no, that sounds so boring. The reason most people, this is going to sound weird, reason most people played on private servers and enjoy vanilla so much was for the PvP. It wasn't, the PvE was a big part of it, but, like, you got your PvE gear, you did that content, and then you went and clashed with other guilds. That was what made the game fun, is big fucking fights in Blackrock Mountain, you shooting the shit with other pre-mades in Arathi Basin and Warsong Gulch. You got your gear to kill people, to be stronger as a character as a whole, and then you looked for fights while farming gold. And if you take the PvP out of the game completely, and it's just you versus Nefarian and the Four Horsemen and shit like that, that was never hard in the first place. The private servers made those bosses harder, and we've been doing them on private servers for 10 years. So doing the Blizzard version, which is kind of a fucking joke in comparison, because it's in the last patch where everything has been nerfed into the ground with the exception of Nax. Like, that's just so boring, bro. Unless you're not paying attention or are bad at the game, there's no reason for you to die in hardcore. And that's just the God's honest truth. All the videos you see of people dying in hardcore is like just bad or not paying attention, man. That's all there is to it. I have a desire to play classic WoW again, but not to play hardcore. That's just
I do what I must,
that's so boring.
When I must. Know this well.
And if you like it, I mean, power to you, man. And it's a weird thing coming from the guy who spends 90% of his streaming time playing fucking Baldur's Gate hardcore. But, like, yeah, for WoW, it's just not for me, man. I want to kill people, dude. It's half the fun. But, Dev, you could PvP in hardcore. It's like, yeah, and how's that going to work, right? You flag yourself, and then you get jumped by 5 fucking rogues who are going in a gank squad. Oh, I gotta steal the egg. That's right. I know what I'm doing now. I know what's going on now. Or you just fucking can't find anybody at all. I'm not dueling you. I don't think I'll win. I'm only here to kill... What did we call them? Care Bears. That was it. Dragon Slayers and Care Bears. PvEers. People who didn't PvP. Way back there. I haven't heard that word used in God knows how long. And nowadays it's the opposite, right? Like, anyone who fucking does serious PvE and modern WoW are the Giga Chads. And back then when I was actually raiding, seriously, handful of people in my guild had never PvP'd a day in their life. You know what I mean? On, like, I'm talking about real vanilla, like, 20 years ago, not private servers. In the private server community, everyone PvPs. Everybody fucking PvPs. Everybody goes rank 14. Oh, and I'm sure there are a few people who... And that's exactly my point, though, Krieg, is none of those people played on private servers. None of them did. I know for a fact that every single classic WoW streamer has never played a private server in their life. Mytaz is the only exception. Mytaz and the Apes Guild. I know Asmund never played it. S-Fan did play on a couple private servers. S-Fan did, but he didn't play on nearly as many as most. And Peo did. And I think, like, that's literally actually it. Most streamers didn't do it, because if they did, they would feel no reason to play hardcore, honestly. Like I said, it's just... It's kind of pointless. You know what I mean? Played a PvP server? Always, yeah. All did, but they don't say it. I know for a fact that a good handful of them didn't, because we would have known who they were. The community members were extremely well known, and it was very obvious who played and who fucking didn't. And I'm not gonna call out names who didn't, but there were streamers who were part of the classic WoW community who were big streamers and were very clearly have never played classic WoW in their life. They had no idea what they were doing. No idea what was going on. And I don't mean that as a derogatory thing. I just mean that, like, it's very obvious for someone who's never played classic WoW. And especially who never played on private servers either. Because there's plenty of people who, like, played classic WoW and then haven't played it in 20 years and then came back and was like, oh, this is so different from retail, you know? And again, that's totally understandable, but, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm putting down over there. Like I said, I'm not saying that as, like, a derogatory thing. It's just something that's just, it's real obvious. Like, if I was to go play chess with fucking Magnus Carlsen or something, and he bends me over and fucks me in the ass, he's gonna be like, dude, you haven't played chess before in your life. And you're like, yeah, you're basically right. You know? You're not wrong, sir. Yes, it was nothing like vanilla. It was the same aesthetically, but as far as game mechanics go, it was very different. The thing that a lot of people don't understand is that there were so many fucking patches that the game, when it first got launched, and the game in 1.1.3 or whatever the fucking patch they use, every single class was night and day different. The talents, the spells, the abilities, the rewards for shit. the boss mechanics, like, everything got touched multiple times. Multiple fucking times. And so, like, when we did Molten Core way back in the day, it wasn't just, oh, the players were worse. That is true. Players were definitely worse, but the game mechanics were actually different. Blizzard changed the way the game worked multiple times. For example, plus healing is something that I've talked about every fucking time. Plus healing in the original Molten Core was useless. If you were a priest, you stacked int. That was your primary stat. Plus healing was garbage. The way it scaled was so fucking terrible. You would go in seconds and be useless. What you did is you stacked int. You went and grabbed the Magister's set, the Mage set. That was your best in slot. And nowadays it's the opposite. And the private server community was the same way. Your best in slot shit is all plus healing garbage. It was a completely different game in so many ways. Yeah, that's another one, right? The talents. Wizards having an extra +6 to hit from a level 1 talent, that didn't exist for ages. That came with Nax, bro. You know what I mean? Covered it with overbuffing. The game was very different. Fury as a tree didn't even exist. There was no such thing as a Fury Warrior when WoW first came out. And, like, people really undersell just how much difference talents make in the game. The talents alone made a huge fucking difference. If Blizzard actually unironically did patch progression and did an original re-release of the game how it was at launch, I'm telling you right now, people would struggle, man. People would struggle to wrap their heads around it, and it would be fucking funny as shit. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah, I remember that too. You'd get all these extra free days because Blizzard has to take the servers down all the time. Family Alpha Ult? Yeah, I never played that. I played at launch. November 2004, whenever the fuck it was. I think it was November I made my account. I don't know if the game launched in October or September or what, but... Yeah, and that was the thing, is like, you had a lot of EverQuest gamers moving to WoW, and honestly, they helped. I mean, like, Teagle and Führer were arguably the most famous, and I don't know how good they were in the EverQuest community, but they were extremely famous for shaping vanilla WoW to be what it was. You know what I mean? And I think they did a great fucking job, honestly. I felt they struck the right balance, because EverQuest was super grindy at times. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm neutral. I can't even fucking deal with the demon. Yeah, we're not fucking clearing. We're not clearing Ust-Natha. I can't even deal with the demon. I'm fucking neutral. God damn it. XD. Oh well, doesn't matter. Manuel's down. Yeah, I feel you, man. Feels bad, man. Good times, though, dude. I absolutely enjoyed my experience in Vanilla WoW, man. Had a blast. Fangblade from Maple Story SMH my head. I don't know jack shit about Maple Story, dude. Oh, no, yeah, I'm very well aware of that. I saw the same shit. People who'd go and fucking get world buffs and then wipe something dumb would then try to fucking dual wield on Firemaw and then just get absolutely fucking clapped. Like, what the hell, man? I don't know what's going on. We told the developers, because one of the guys in my guild was a NOS dev. And so he was in their secret Discord, the Blizzard dev Discord, and had an ear, per se. And he was like, dude, you guys need to do some changes. Like, you need to change some shit. One of the things you need to change is world buffs. Because that was something that happened in the private server community. Like, Northdale and shit. Like, not having world buffs makes raids a lot more challenging at the start and a lot more fucking fun. And we told them, like, you gotta get rid of world buffs. And they told him, no, we're not doing it. Guilds are gonna need them to clear content. We're not gonna get rid of them. It's like, well, maybe you can have them disabled for a bit. And it's like, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You must
And
gather your
boy,
party
did it
before
fucking show,
venturing
man.
forth.
I think Classic WoW needed 3 things to make it really, truly... I had fun playing it, but if Blizzard did these 3 things... No cross-realm PvP right out the gate. Delete that and the servers will balance themselves. 2, an actual fucking balance team for Burning Crusade and on. Having the same garbage for 4 seasons straight in PvP is absolutely inexcusable. And then third would have been no world buffs. At least for like a month or something. To actually just do the content as is. That would have been a lot more fun for PvE. No, the thing is, like, is that it made the content a joke right on the very first day, while having no world buffs made the content a lot more fun. So what we did on Northdale, for example, is the first month or two, world buffs are disabled for a raid. Like, when Nax comes out, you can't get world buffs for Nax for the first 2 months. And then after that, you can. Because basically, what would happen is you would fucking get... You'd go all over the world getting all these stupid fucking buffs, and then you couldn't play your fucking character. Because you had to have world buffs, otherwise you couldn't fucking compete. And especially for your tanks, because your DPS are fucking world buffs, so your tank better be fucking buffed, otherwise you're not going to be able to hold threat. And it was just, oh, it was awful, man. It was just not fun. The world buff shit, it was never fun to do. It was annoying as fuck, and you had no choice. You had to do it. You just had to do it. Oh yeah, Saf on day 1 was just brutal for everybody, I think. I think everyone, almost everybody had a wipe or rebuff for Saf. And that was something that I also told people, is like, we didn't have a problem with Saf when we first got to him way back in the day, because we'd been wiping in Nax for fucking months already. So we already had plenty of frost resistance gear. But on day 1 of Classic, when you full clear and get the Saf on the first day, and you don't have any frost resistance shit other than a couple things you got from quests, like, yeah, Saf was spicy. And that was fun because of it. Like, Saf was one of the harder fights in fucking Nax in Classic. Way harder than it was in retail for that reason. Because nobody had any fucking resistance gear. You basically had like 150 to 200 from like... Because there's a couple quests you could do. And a couple things you could do, but yeah. What's up, Epic? Dive to the DBS did? Yeah, exactly, and that was the thing. Like, what are you going to do at that point? You know what I mean? What the fuck are you going to do at that point? No hunters and raids the first month? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking greens. Greens, mage, puke. Greens, puke. Do we have a planet tessie up? Yeah, we do. Should be fine. Surely when she teleports us in front of the drow, we all don't die instantly, right? Surely.
What is it now?
So yeah, like I said, I had fun in Classic WoW, but Blizzard could have made the game truly great and a memorable experience for everybody. Almost as good as the original, but they did it in the laziest way possible. Blizzard was like, how can I make money with doing the least amount of work? No changes. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't good for anybody. World buffs was never a good thing to have, honestly. And I'm saying that as a guild who fucking, when we did, what was the plague boss called? The fungal dude. You know who I'm talking about. That guy, back in actual vanilla, not classic, but actual vanilla, was basically fucking impossible without world buffs. Lothab, that's the word. Doing Lothab back in the day was practically impossible without world buffs. I don't know anybody. I don't know a guild that actually did Lothab without world buffs in actual vanilla. I think everybody at least dropped a head. Or something, for that matter. Like, we killed Kel'Thuzad without world buffs. Our first kill was a kill without world buffs. But I don't know if we ever did Lothab without it. Lothab was just a gamer. That's all there is to it. I should be dropping a Planetar first. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. But Dad, you have Adelon. Surely that's fine, right? No, it's definitely not.
I hear you,
Adelon is insufficient. Let's get out of here. Augers. Did you just imprison my Planetar? Well, we still got Adelon. How great would it have been if they imprisoned Adelon? That would have been funny as fuck, right? If Adelon's dumbass got imprisoned. Oh my god. These consumables, right? We used every consumable, right? And we still wiped on fucking shit for ages. I wouldn't say vanilla was like, oh my god, this is the most challenging shit ever. But there is a lot of things that went into making vanilla harder than people look back on it as. People's PCs was a big one. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about. Garbage-ass fucking computers and lag and delay made shit extra fucking challenging and difficult. That is completely removed in the modern day. And yeah, players are definitely better as a whole, too. No keyboard turning garbage crap like that. Although I still saw plenty of keyboard turners in Classic. Cool. But like, shit like that, the PCs is fucking huge. It really is. It really do be like that, though. It really do be like that. The thing is, Kriegit, they actually kind of learned from their mistake in Classic WoW and realized they needed to make changes. And they did do some of those and actually listen for BC. But they still didn't want to actually hire a balanced team. Like I said, Blizzard will look at it from one way and one way only. A lot of people think that Bobby Kotick wakes up and says, how can I make the worst possible fucking decisions at this company for my games? And that's not true. Blizzard wakes up and says, what can I do that require the least amount of effort, the least amount of work, and pay the least amount of employees? And that's how they approach every single project they have. And so you think to yourself, how could I make Classic WoW requiring the least amount of work? No changes. I'm just going to straight up use this. I'm going to make it run on our current servers, and I'm going to call it a fucking day. And that's what they did. Balanced team? Fuck that. I'm not paying anybody. Updating shit? Nope. Changing shit? Nope. Nerfing shit? Nope. Buffing shit? Nope. Not doing it. That would require somebody else to be paid. I have no interest in such things. Those yachts ain't paying for themselves? You damn right, buddy.
Oh.
And it's not like they would have needed to pay an enormous amount of people either. Just somebody at Blizzard to be like, hey, guys, I just noticed that because of the way the PvP seasons work, rogues are already stupidly strong right now. Maybe we should change that. Otherwise, they're going to be strong all 4 fucking seasons. And it's going to be even worse when they get Warglaives. Ah, who cares? I think the turnover in BC was even worse than Wrath for Classic. It was bad, man. It was bad. But what can you do? Balance changes were in the game. They absolutely needed to have a team do something because it made PvP so boring. I think the amount of players that were actually PvPing in Wrath for Wrath Classic was so low that people were actually worried that there would only be there would be so few gladiator teams because so few people were actually bothering to PvP because it was so bad. And it didn't help that the player community base changed as a whole too. Because my buddy was pushing for Glad, and the shit that he had to deal with was insane. They were absolutely getting gatekept by fucking by the rank 1 nerds who have been playing WoW for 20 years straight, doing nothing but PvP. Be like, hey, this team's queuing up. You guys go and do your shit now, and they'd get their fucking asses clapped. And there's really nothing they could do because their comp just got shit on so hard by theirs. And stuff like that, like, if that happened in BC, it would have got changed. And you look at the balance teams in BC, right? If you go back and look at what happened in Burning Crusade, all the nerfs and adjustments they made for the PvP seasons, like, that shit was absolutely critical for the game. And the idea that you're gonna have... The idea that you're just gonna let people suffer and not do anything for it, it's like, yeah, no wonder people quit in mass. You know what I mean? Alright, I need to do this apparently, because otherwise I'm not going to kill this guy. There we go. Now we're game. Is there anyone PvPing in Wrath now? Honest to God, I don't know. I don't know anyone who PvPs in Wrath. It's pretty bad. God, we are so negative today, chat. Stop being so negative and talking about Blizzard. Medj. Who brought this up? How dare you? This is supposed to be a positive stream where we just pretend that everything is fine. Everything is okay. I want to see what that was for. 75 crushing damage from UwU, boys. That's what I'm fucking talking about. It's UwU in time. Oh my god. Negative 14, Thaco. Not even fully buffed. Whew.
Have you a problem?
That's how UwU do. It's a rant about Warhammer instead? I feel like I should have gotten into Warhammer at some point.
As much as you have traveled, these last few feet to the surface
heckin' love
have
B-Dog.
seemed
Me
the
too,
longest
buddy.
trek by far.
Icewind Dale at all? I played
Your
it back in the
relief
day. I
at
do want to
seeing
do a
the
run
light of
again.
the
I haven't played in a
skies
long time.
palpable,
I just prefer Baldur's
even
Gate
though
by
you
far.
are not really fleeing the black of the Underdark.
Galter's Gate was definitely my preferred video game. But like I played Torment too, and I thought Torment was better than Icewind Dale, to be honest. My name is UwU, and I have fought through the drow to find Irenabussy. Apparently Beamdog just laid off a bunch of people. Feels bad. At least they didn't lay off the team that was working on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 still. Because nobody is.
Seldarine watch over us. Victory shall be ours.
Oh, no, of course. Got him. Well, that's too bad, man. It does suck to lose your job, even if it is at Beamdog.
Well, I thank you for coming.
I left them bloody and battered. I did not flee. Boo-doo-boo-boo-boo. Gotta make sure I don't fuck up the dialogue, boss. Alright, should be good. Should be good. Alright, gaming. Siege of Dragon Spear 2. Can't wait. Warhammer Dark Omen is great. I played one of the MMOs and it was terrible back in the day. I don't remember which one it was. Was not a fan. It was just the WoW clone, but it was worse than WoW in every way. Unfortunately. I think we get a Drisesi first, right?
Tell you, Bruno, we've been on this path previously.
I'm a friend.
Sure you know where you left it? I have no desire to keep traveling about in circles.
I am UwU, and I seek to defeat a vampire and Athkatla, too powerful to face alone. Okay, now we got Drizzt is gonna be assisting UwU. Dude, if Bodhi takes Animan, because we are, for some dumb fucked up reason at that point in the romance, that's gonna make the Chosen really hard. Icewind Dale 2 never got an enhanced edition. Supposedly it's because they lost the code. I don't know how true that actually is. I have no idea how true that actually is, but the idea of somebody losing the source code to me is just an absolute fucking joke. Then again, underestimating the incompetence of lazy people is also something that you really shouldn't underestimate. I mean, that was something that people said about WoW for ages, and that Blizzard had always wanted to do classic WoW, but couldn't because they lost the source code. And it's like, no, they most certainly fucking haven't. They've had it for ages. Allegedly, they found the code for Icewind Dale 2. Interesting. Same thing about Final Fantasy VIII. How is the code lost, bro? I got my CD in my closet right here. Duh. Like, here you go. Dumbasses. Doesn't make any sense.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Alright, cool. The employee leaked his copy off a defunct storage device. Yeah, exactly. You can never underestimate the laziness and stupidity of people. And that was something that, like, it even happened at the top levels. Like, even in the fucking government. The amount of engineers who would just go and fucking scrawl and copy shit in for our rockets and equipment instead of actually going through the procedures. But, like, the procedures are so fucking anal and annoying that nobody ever bothers with them. You know what I mean? Do you reckon better their main game? They didn't do it and the numbers drop like crazy. I mean, that was something that people talked about for ages too, and their numbers have been dropping for a long fucking time, and they finally did it. And the only reason I still maintain they did it at all is because they found it would be profitable. And that's the thing, is the Blizzard doesn't do anything unless they think it's going to make them money. And they're going to do it as cheaply and easily as possible. They could have outsourced the whole fucking project to NOS devs. They didn't want to fucking pay them. And that's just the way it is, man. It's just fucking nutty when you think about it. You could have outsourced the whole project to God knows how many groups of people who would have done a way better job. But the thought of somebody else being paid money that could be used to make my yacht bigger. Not happening, buddy. It's a risk, and a risk I am not willing to take. I think the promenade. Procedures are for nerds. Yeah, it really is, though. And that's typically what happens, right?
Yes. What is it now?
There's a and to be fair, I think when it comes to safety procedures, those should always be fucking followed. Right? People die if you don't. But when it comes to, like, making me do extra work and writing down what I'm doing, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. I throw out the instructions. Me too, dude. When I get a new video game, the first thing I do is take out the manual and put it in the garbage bin. Like, fuck off, buddy. Quit spoiling my brand new game. Ain't interested. Shit happens. Oh, yeah. Shit happens all the time. Good advertising. Well, I mean, you do what they did before us, right? You have, like, you pay for one and you have them both. You know what I mean? That way, when you have dips in content for one, you have content in the other that people will actually pay for and play for. But that was something that I always told people for ages, is, like, in a sense, it was tough because not everybody rated in original vanilla. And you look at, like, classic WoW. The idea of playing classic WoW and not actually clearing all content is just like, why are you even playing the game then? Like, it's so easy to clear everything now. But back in the day, like, I think there's one other guild on our server that actually cleared Nax before the BC patch. And it was... No, I think they didn't. I don't think they even killed Kel'Thuzad until the BC patch. And most guilds are, like, in Blackwing Lair. Like, even at the end of the game. And that's just the way it was. But, like, you look at classic WoW and, like, how many guilds killed fucking Kel'Thuzad? And GDKPs, of all things? Like, it's just crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. But, like, that didn't stop people from playing back then. And that was something I always tell people, is, like, just because people weren't in a top-end guild doesn't mean they weren't fucking playing the game. Most players didn't fucking see the content. Most players were still wiping in Zul'Gurub when the fucking Burning Crusade came out. You know what I mean? And, like, the idea of that happening nowadays is just fucking insane. W and key? Tis nutty to think about. Lead, not read. Exactly, bro. Weren't even playing until a year in. And then you had also... The thing is, a guild that was actually prepped to do Nax didn't exist. Like, even when we were doing AQ, like, we still had most of our warriors are running around in Blackwing Lair gear. Or... Oh, fucking goddamn it. Sorry. In Nax, even though we had cleared AQ, most of our warriors were still running around wearing Blackwing layer gear. Because we didn't farm Cthulhu since day one for months before Nax came out. Nobody fucking did. So, like, you go into Classic WoW and guilds are going into Nax with every warrior wearing rank 14 and full AQ gear. And that makes a big fucking difference when you're doing bosses, man. That is a massive, massive difference. When every single person in your guild is borderline best in slot. I don't think anyone in my guild ever had BIS. Or even close to BIS. It's crazy, man. So many things change between the original Vanilla WoW and Classic WoW. It's just night and day difference. Favorite WoW class? I played a Priest in Vanilla. But I would say Warrior is my favorite. I played Warrior on every private server, I think. And I think Warrior is the quintessential Vanilla WoW class, honestly. Tank, you can DPS. You're the best tank. You're the best DPS. Well, I wouldn't say the best DPS. You're definitely one of, if not the best DPS. You're fun to play. You have a lot of tools and toys to play with. I would say Warlock is technically better than Warrior in every single way, with the exception of our early game DPS. But it's more fun to play a Warrior than a Warlock, for the most part. But I think Warlock is like... If you ask me what is the best class to PvP with in WoW, in Vanilla, it's absolutely the Warlock. It's the best in 1v1 duels. It's the best in short skirmish, arena play, getting jumped, world PvP, in every sense of the word. Like, Warlock is just... They have more tools and toys to play with than anyone else, but Warrior is super fun. Did you get Grand Marshal? No, I didn't bother. On private servers, you never knew when the server was going to get shut down. And on Classic WoW, I got sick and I didn't want to deal with it. When Classic WoW launched, I had been sick for like maybe 6 months. And that basically guaranteed that I was never going 14. Unfortunately. I was in way too much pain to play that long, even off stream. Let alone on. It was just not happening at all. I wanted to, but it was just never going to happen. So even though we finally got to the point where you knew the servers weren't going to get shut down because it's a Blizzard server, I still couldn't go. Sad. Play every day. Pretty fucking much, yep. Pretty fucking much. Was not very poggers. Could be traced back to Got Good. That's really actually the least of it, honestly, Cacophonies. A lot of people think that the players being better made all the difference, but in actuality, it was mostly game mechanics. That's what made all the difference in the world. Blizzard had nerfed every single raid multiple times in patch 1.13. And so, clearing Molten Core with final Nax talents, with fucking the equipment that dropped, with the class changes that had been buffed a billion times, and the bosses that have been nerfed a million times. Extremely noticeable. Far more than player skill. Rotations weren't exactly complex back then either, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that mages are doing more now because they know how to press Fireball better, like, that's not the case at all. Player skill definitely matters, but it was more actual game mechanics that got changed that made such a difference. You ever play any single-player game as much as Baldur's Gate? I don't think so. Don't think so. I played a lot of multiplayer games. I grew up with siblings, and playing single-player games was not something you had a lot of time for. Most of the single-player games I played were when I got older and actually had a TV, a little tiny TV in my room, and I could play SNES on it and shit like that. Yeah, I don't think I even took my spells yet. I need to do that. Well, big brain over here. But there's just such a difference in mechanics. It's just night and day. But player skill is definitely something too. But I still maintain that the core mechanics that Blizzard adjusted and changed over time made a bigger difference, because it absolutely did. Again, like I said before, is like having a mage have an extra 6% chance to hit as a tier 1 talent. That is such incredibly powerful talent. And that didn't exist for all of Classic WoW. That showed up in Nax, bro. That shit showed up in Naxxramas. That's when they got that talent. And 6 hit is fucking big. So fucking big. And that's just one talent. The whole fucking trees were completely different. Some trees didn't even exist at all. Like I said, Fury was not a thing for Molten Core. You were arms. And that's it if you were a warrior doing DPS. But that was also because, again, that's a mechanic change, right? Like, do you remember when Fireball, taking the Fireball talent was bad because it made your Fireball cast faster, which means you actually lost spell damage? That's a core mechanic that Blizzard changed after months of mages bitching on the forums, saying we literally cannot take our talents because it is a DPS loss to do so. And that's something that needs to be said. That's really fucking important. But I mean, also you couldn't be fire in Molten Core and in Blackwing Lair anyway, because everything's fucking immune to fire. Not everything, but pretty damn close. Like you had to be Frost early. But like rolling ignites were a thing as soon as AQ came out because everybody went fucking fire. Because there's no reason to be Frost when you could be fire. Like that wasn't like a player's getting better thing. Everyone knew how ignite worked back then. Yeah, I think people tried that on my server too, but it wasn't really... It was a funny gimmick thing. It wasn't really that big a deal, Squirtus. It was for fun. Oh yeah, fucking Paladin. I played Horde, so I didn't really get to experience the Paladin shit. Although I do remember that Paladin Blessings were 5 minutes, and that cracked me the fuck up. Paladin Blessings lasting only 5 minutes was hilarious to me. Buff the whole raid. Oh, somebody's AFK. Gotta buff the whole fucking raid again. Darn it. Oh shit, Tank had to go take a piss. Buff, 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 buff. Fucking Paladins. Fuck Paladins, man. Paladins were too good. Paladins were too good as is. Alliance had an easy mode, Madge. Not that I played Horde or anything, though.
Don't yell.
As long as the pets were better.
Just fine.
And that was something that also, like, I don't know if you remember at Cacophonies, back in the day when you did Baron Geddon and shit. It would take us hours to do Molten Core. We would clear that whole fucking room, and then we'd make one big circle in Gar's room, and then we would send a pet to go and pull Baron Geddon and Shazra, and we would fight them in Gar's room with one full giant circle. Did you Guild do that too? You know what I'm talking about? That's how you fucking did shit back then, because you had to, because the way the mechanics worked. And they changed Shazra at some point, I don't know when, to where his abilities are a cone. And they didn't used to be like that. The same thing for fucking the first boss in Blackwing Lair. That AoE fireball that he used to do was changed to a cone. So you would just take a tank in Classic, turn him into the fucking wall, and now he can't hit anybody at all. And it didn't fucking work like that back in the day. That was something that Blizzard changed at some point and just left it that way. Out of combat res healer, yeah, buddy. And that shit, what was it, Nax that got changed? I think it was literally the Nax patch where out of combat resing didn't fucking work anymore. Everyone got put in combat. Like, the mechanics were so different. It was crazy, man. So fucking crazy. Fun shit, though. I had a great time raiding back then. I had fun. And that's all that matters. Raiding with the boys. Having a good old, grand old, gay old time together. Stop that being BDL, even if mechanics allowed it. We certainly didn't. We kept doing that. But we were a top 10 Horde US guild, which was like top 50 or something in the world. But it sounds so much better when you say top 10 Horde US. So we kept doing that shit because, you know, yeah. Just the way it was. We are probably going to have to stop it here soon. Which means we get to do cock in our very first fucking shit tomorrow, which will be very fun. But my body is just telling me it's not happening anymore tonight. But you know what? We streamed for 2 hours. We got something. We got out of the Underdusty, which was my goal. And you know what? Tomorrow, we're going to have a great day, my friends. I'm going to get up. I'm going to relax. I'm going to pop some pills. I'm going to pop all of them. And we're going to have a great stream. I can feel it in my body, my heart, and soul. It's going to be good. Thank you so much for tuning in, my friends. I apologize for the ridiculous negativity coming out of my mouth tonight. Tomorrow, nothing but positivity, my friends. We're going to go all the way, and it's going to be great. UwU will sit upon the throne and ascend, my friends. See you soon, dudes. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. We will be live tomorrow at some point. Probably at midnight again. God knows. God bless, my friends. See you next week. I know, dude. I'm sorry, man. I really am.